There's a specific reason smart, financially savvy women stopped buying the logo bag years ago. It's not about money, it's about math. A designer tote and a bag from one of these 8 brands can use the exact same leather, get handcrafted in the exact same Spanish or Italian workshops, and one still costs 3 times more purely because of a name stamped inside. Women who've done the research, the ones who actually compare stitching, hardware, and where a bag is really made, keep landing on the same 8 names again and again. Across style forums, TikTok reviews, and leather expert breakdowns. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 8 bags smart women are quietly switching to, and why the switch was never a downgrade. Number 8. Wandler. Wandler sits in the $400 to $700 range, which puts it directly in Strathberry's price bracket, but it takes a bolder, more architectural approach to shape than most of its competitors. Fashion editors and influencers gravitate toward Wandler specifically because the silhouettes feel sculptural and distinct rather than borrowed from a decade-old designer template, which means you're not carrying a bag that looks like 6 other brands wearing different hardware. Clean lines and subtly restrained branding let the actual design carry the bag's identity instead of a monogram doing the work for it. For a woman who wants her bag noticed for its shape, not its logo, this is exactly the kind of quiet confidence pick that separates informed shoppers from impulse shoppers. And the next brand takes that same architectural instinct and removes hardware from the equation entirely. Number 7. Polène is the French entry in this whole conversation, and its signature move is sculptural, hand-folded leather with no visible hardware at all, which makes it arguably the most architectural option on this list. The brand handcrafts its bags in Ubrique, Spain, a small town so historically associated with fine leatherworking that it's often called the leather capital of Spain, home to generations of artisans who've built the region's entire reputation on precision leatherwork. That's the same production region several other brands on this list quietly rely on, which tells you something about where real craftsmanship concentration actually lives, and it isn't always inside a Paris atelier with a famous name on the door. If a designer bag's hardware feels like a touch too much shine or too much branding, Polène's clean, unbranded curves are the deliberate opposite approach to the same quiet luxury idea. Smart shoppers recognize that unbranded doesn't mean unrefined. It often means the opposite. And the next brand takes that same Ubrique craftsmanship and adds one recognizable signature detail instead of 0. Number 6. Strathberry. Strathberry was founded in 2013 by husband and wife team Guy and Leanne Hundleby, who stumbled onto the leatherworking villages of southern Spain while living there with their 4 children, and were genuinely amazed by the level of generational craftsmanship they found in local artisans. That origin story matters, because it means the brand wasn't built by a marketing team chasing a trend. It was built by people who fell in love with a specific regional skill and decided to build a business around it. Over the past decade, Strathberry has become genuinely sought after, showing up on the arms of royals and A-listers worldwide, not because of aggressive advertising spend, but because the structured shape and signature metal bar closure became instantly recognizable on their own merit. This is a brand that earned its reputation the slow way, through repeat word of mouth among people who actually noticed a construction quality, rather than the fast way, through a celebrity contract and a logo campaign. Smart women who research this space know Strathberry's Edinburgh design. Spanish craftsmanship combination is a genuine formula, not a shortcut. And the next brand takes that same British meets Spanish workshop model and adds a cause behind every purchase. Quick pause here. If you've ever hesitated at a designer counter wondering whether the price actually matched the craftsmanship, tap subscribe, because the next 4 brands are the ones repeatedly named as the strongest quality to price ratio in the entire accessible luxury category. Number 5. Demelier. Demelier is a British house that, like Strathberry, handcrafts its bags in Spain, building clean, structured shapes around a minimal lock closure and a smooth, logo-free body rather than a loud metal signature. Independent reviewers who bought and actually used a Demelier bag priced near $500 concluded the construction genuinely justified the cost, which is a rarer verdict than most accessible luxury brands earn when put under real scrutiny. Beyond the craftsmanship, Demelier funds a child's vaccines and medical treatment with every single bag sold, which gives the purchase a layer of purpose that a pure logo bag simply doesn't offer. no matter how expensive it is. The brand also leans into ethical production and fair wages as a stated part of its identity, not a footnote buried in a sustainability report nobody reads. For a shopper who wants polish, professional versatility, and a company whose values she can actually stand behind, Demelier checks boxes most heritage luxury houses never even attempt to address. And the next brand is the one most credited with starting this entire minimalist, accessible luxury movement in the first place. Number 4. Monsieur Gabriel. Monsieur Gabriel is widely credited with kicking off the entire minimalist, accessible luxury bag movement, largely thanks to its iconic bucket bag, which became a genuine cultural moment rather than just another seasonal product drop. The brand continues that same philosophy today with versatile, unembellished designs crafted from smooth, high-quality leathers specifically chosen for how beautifully they age over years of actual use, not just how they photograph on day one. Priced between roughly $350 and $600, Monsieur Gabriel pieces are built with a timelessness that resists trend cycles entirely, which is exactly the kind of purchase smart, long-term thinking shoppers prioritize over something flashy that looks dated in 2 seasons. Compared to the more architectural brands on this list, Monsieur Gabriel's silhouettes lean softer and more relaxed, making them effortless everyday companions rather than statement pieces that demand attention. This is a brand that proved, years before quiet luxury became a hashtag, that restraint itself could become a signature style. And the next brand takes that same restraint and builds it specifically around a woman's actual daily logistics. Number 3. Senreve built its entire identity around one specific idea: designing smart, versatile luxury bags for a modern woman who's actually moving through a full day, not posing for a single photo. That distinction matters more than it sounds, because a huge number of designer bags are engineered to look stunning in a single still image, while being genuinely impractical to carry a laptop, a water bottle, and a change of shoes in real life. Senreve's approach treats functionality as a luxury feature in its own right, not a compromise you make in exchange for a lower price tag, which is precisely the kind of practical meets premium thinking that separates women shopping with their head from women shopping purely on impulse. The craftsmanship still holds up to premium leather goods standards. It's simply engineered around how bags actually get used instead of how they get photographed once and then sit in a closet. Smart shoppers increasingly weigh daily usability as heavily as brand prestige, and Senreve was built specifically to win that comparison. And the next brand takes function-first design and adds a social, design-forward edge that's made it one of the most talked-about bags online. Number 2. Songmont has become genuinely viral across social platforms, and it earned that attention honestly rather than through paid placement, with even leather craftsmanship experts naming it among their top handbag picks for its blend of playful design and construction quality. The signature adjustable handle lets a single bag convert between crossbody and hand carry styles, which makes it dramatically more versatile than the rigid, single-purpose carry style that half the bags people are fighting over online are actually stuck with. That kind of design flexibility used to be something you only found in far more expensive brands, if you found it at all, because most luxury houses prioritize a single iconic silhouette over adaptability. Songmont proves a bag can be fun, colorful, and genuinely social media worthy without sacrificing the leather quality and construction integrity that make it worth carrying for years, not just for one viral unboxing video. It's the rare case of a brand going viral for the right reasons, the actual product, rather than a clever ad campaign. And the final brand on this list is the one that arguably started the modern conversation around minimalist luxury value in the first place. Number 1. Quiana was founded in 2011 in San Francisco around a specific, deliberately restrained philosophy: fewer, better things, rather than a constantly rotating closet of trend-chasing pieces that go out of style within a year. That philosophy shows up directly in the product. Timeless, minimalist bags and small leather goods designed around simplicity and genuine long-term functionality, instead of seasonal gimmicks meant to drive repeat purchases. Quiana has built its identity around sustainability and ethical production as core business practices, not marketing language added after the fact, once consumers started asking harder questions about supply chains. Compared to sculptural statement-making brands elsewhere on this list, Quiana offers a simpler, more understated aesthetic, making it the brand of choice for women who want one exceptional bag they'll actually reach for daily, rather than a rotating collection they rarely use. That's the portion looked at the bill, and you remember exactly what it arrived, on their own. That one genuinely well-made bag, bought with intention, beats 5 logo-driven impulse buys every single time. Huana didn't just build a handbag brand, it built an argument against the entire model the luxury industry depends on to keep customers buying more than they need. Every brand on this list proves the same underlying point. Real craftsmanship, honest leather, and thoughtful design were never exclusive to the handful of houses charging 4 figures for a bag. What separates a smart shopper from an impulse shopper isn't the size of her budget. It's whether she's actually checking construction, materials, and where a bag is made before she checks the logo. That's a habit you can build the very next time you're shopping, regardless of which price bracket you're in. I'm walking through exactly how to spot genuine leather quality with your own hands in the next video. So watch that one before your next purchase.